I purposely pushed you away because I didn't want you to see the devil inside me. You'd hate me if you found out in bed. I'm a dear soul. If these words have reached you at this very moment, understand this truth. It is not by chance. Nothing in the kingdom of God is random, and nothing in His divine order slips through the cracks of eternity. You are here because you were meant to be here. You are listening because heaven has called you to listen. Your spirit is not here by accident. It is heaven itself that has aligned your steps to receive what you are about to hear. Your guardian angels have been whispering. The Spirit of God has been tugging at your heart. And now, as the veil between the seen and the unseen grows thin, I must deliver to you a message that carries the weight of destiny. Tonight, something in the unseen realm is stirring. Though your eyes cannot see it, your spirit already feels it. That heaviness pressing on your chest, that ache that never quite goes away, that inner stirring that feels less like thought and more like truth, that is heaven speaking to you. That is eternity pressing itself upon time, demanding your attention. I must reveal to you a confession, one that was never meant to leave the shadows. It was hidden, buried deep in silence, locked away with fear. Yet heaven has decided it is time. God has chosen to bring it into the light, not to harm you, but to heal you. The person you love, the one whose silence has wounded you, once said in their hidden place, I purposely pushed you away because I didn't want you to see the devil inside me. You would hate me if you found out who I became when no one was watching. This, dear soul, was their secret. This was their torment, and it became the wall between you. But listen carefully, for heaven desires you to see clearly. What they call the devil inside is not their identity. It is not the essence of who they are. It is the brokenness, the scars, the shadows of shame, the haunting memories of choices that left wounds upon their soul. It is the whisperer of the enemy telling them they are unworthy of love. And rather than letting you see the cracks in their armor, they chose distance. Rather than allowing you to touch the bleeding wounds of their heart, they chose silence. Rather than risking that you might see their weakness and love them still, they vanished. Almost. Oh, how often they almost told you the truth. Almost they reached for the phone in the midnight hours, only to put it down again. Almost they walked toward your door, but turned back before knocking. Almost they whispered into the night, I need you. I love you. I can't do this without you, but almost never became action. Fear tightened its grip around their chest. Pride sealed their lips. Shame wrapped its chains around their throat, and silence prevailed. But do not mistake their silence as rejection. You were never rejected. You were protected. God Himself, in His mercy, shielded you. Because if they had come to you before their chains were broken, before their heart was softened, before heaven began its work in them, they would have poured their unhealed wounds upon you. They would have bled on you in ways that could have dimmed the very light God placed inside you. Hear this truth and let it sink deep into your spirit. You are chosen. You are not ordinary. You carry a light so radiant that darkness trembles at the sight of it. Demons shrink back when your name is whispered in the spirit realm. Your love was not ordinary. It was heaven's love flowing through you. And it was that very holiness that shook them to their core. They saw eternity in your eyes. They saw home in your presence. They saw the fingerprints of God all over your life, and it terrified the parts of them still trapped in darkness. Do not let this be forgotten. Let it echo within you. I am chosen. I am not rejected. I am God's beloved. Say it again in your heart until it becomes your anchor. You are not defined by their silence, nor by their absence. You are defined by the voice of the one who created you, and his voice calls you beloved. In their secret place, your person has confessed. Even when I ran, I could not escape the thought of you. Even when I tried to replace you, no one compared. Even when I closed my eyes to forget, you appeared in my dreams. Heaven has recorded this confession. It has been heard. It has been sealed as truth in the throne room of God. And because of this, the winds of destiny are beginning to stir once more. Something is shifting even now. You may not see it yet, but the signs are coming. Within 3 days, God will give you a sign. Perhaps it will be a stranger speaking their name at the very moment you think of them. Perhaps it will be a song that plays with words so precise you cannot ignore it. Perhaps it will be a message that arrives at the exact hour you felt their spirit tug at yours. Whatever it is, it will not be coincidence. It will be confirmation that destiny still breathes. The story is not finished. The pen has not left the hand of the author. Almost, the enemy convinced you to give up. Almost, your heartbreak made you bitter. Almost, the long nights of waiting made you believe it was all in vain. But God speaks and says, no. You stand at the edge of breakthrough. The night has been long, yes, but the dawn is already breaking. The sun is rising, and with it comes the fulfillment of what I promised you. And while you wait, heaven invites you to see the other side of the veil. Imagine your person tonight, alone, wrestling with the weight of their choices. They replay the moments with you in their mind like a film that never ends. They almost dial your number, but their hand trembles. They almost type the message, but fear makes them erase the words. They almost step forward, but the whisper of the enemy says, what if they don't forgive you? What if they hate you for the things you've done? This battle is not one of flesh and blood. It is the battle of the soul. The war within them is between light and shadow, between truth and lies, between destiny and destruction. But even in the midst of this war, your image remains. The sound of your laughter, the memory of your kindness, the purity of your presence. These are the embers that God refuses to let die in their heart. You, beloved soul, are the divine reminder that love still redeems. You are the living echo of God's promise that mercy triumphs over judgment. This is why heaven would not let them erase you. This is why, no matter how far they ran, your presence followed them in dreams. This is why, no matter how many doors they tried to open, none felt like home except the one that leads back to you. And so the heavens decree, what was hidden is being revealed. What was bound is being loosed. What was delayed is being realigned. You are stepping into the hour where the unseen becomes seen, where the whispered confession becomes spoken truth, where the almost becomes reality. Stay anchored in faith. Hold fast to the truth that you are chosen. For the same God who parted seas, who raised the dead, who spoke light into darkness, is the same God writing your story. And he has declared it is not over. Yet even in their silence, their soul reaches for you. Though their lips may never speak, the heart within them whispers your name into the unseen places of eternity. In their dreams, you appear, not by chance, but by divine design. They call out for you in those hidden hours when the body rests, but the soul awakens to truth. Their spirit remembers what their mind tries to forget. Their prayers, wrapped in trembling hands, rise before God like incense. Even when shame bends their back, even when fear tries to silence them, their petitions are still carried to heaven's throne. They ask, timidly yet desperately, for one more chance, one more opening, one more moment where what was lost may yet be redeemed. And heaven hears them. Heaven is never deaf to the cry of the broken. The groan of the soul, though unspoken, is still louder than the thunder before God's throne. Heaven sees you. Heaven sees them. Heaven sees the tapestry being woven, thread by thread, by the very hand of the one who writes destinies. And heaven is aligning this story. What looks scattered on earth is a masterpiece in the realm of eternity. What looks delayed is only preparation. What looks like silence is the quiet work of the Almighty arranging each step so that nothing will be wasted and no lesson will be in vain. Even now, as you listen, there is a stirring in your spirit. That is not imagination. That is recognition. Deep calling unto deep. For the Spirit of God bears witness when heaven is speaking. And heaven is speaking now, reminding you that you are not forgotten, that you are not wandering in circles, that you are walking within a divine story scripted long before the foundations of the earth. Your tears were not ignored. The nights when you pressed your face into the pillow, hoping that somehow the ache would pass, did not go unnoticed. The loneliness you carried in silence became the very language heaven understood most clearly. For the Lord has said that He keeps every tear in a bottle, and nothing you have poured out in sorrow will be wasted. Your person, the one your soul remembers, the one whose spirit cannot let go, is not free of this divine tug. They may appear unmoved, but heaven testifies otherwise. They almost confessed. They almost came forward. They almost let down the mask of pride and fear. And though they turned back, though they stumbled into silence once more, their almost was not failure. It was evidence. Evidence that the pull of destiny is still alive. Evidence that heaven has not closed the chapter. Evidence that this story is still in motion. For God specializes in the almost. Think of the Red Sea that almost swallowed Israel, yet parted in divine timing. Think of Lazarus, who almost remained in the grave, but the voice of Jesus shattered death's hold. Think of Peter, who almost drowned, yet who was lifted by the hand of the Savior. Each almost was the stage for God's suddenly. Each delay was a platform for divine glory. So too with this story. What seems like delay is simply the threshold of a suddenly. Beloved soul, do not misinterpret the silence of heaven. Do not mistake the pause for abandonment, for even in the waiting, God is moving. Even in the quiet, His angels are at work. Behind the curtain of your awareness, chains are breaking, lies are being dismantled, fear is being uprooted. The enemy whispers that you have been rejected, but heaven declares that you are chosen. The enemy points to your pain as proof of abandonment, but the Father marks you with His seal of love as proof of belonging. You were never rejected. You were never discarded. You were set apart. You were marked with a heavenly signature that cannot be erased by human frailty or demonic interference. And now, heaven speaks not only to you, but to the one your heart longs for. The Spirit of God is moving into the caverns of their soul, shattering the stones of shame, silencing the echoes of worthlessness, casting out the darkness that tells them love is too high for them to reach. They are being awakened to truth. Truth that love does not run. Truth that forgiveness is not weakness but power. Truth that grace is greater than their guilt. They will remember that honesty heals what silence destroys. They will be brought to the place where courage overcomes fear, where surrender replaces stubbornness, where reconciliation is no longer impossible but inevitable. Lift up your head, dear soul. You are not small in the eyes of heaven. You are not forgotten in the scrolls of destiny. You are the one heaven calls beloved, and that title will never be revoked. And when you look back, you will realize that every almost was mercy. Every pause was protection. Every delay was preparation, for the enemy almost won, but did not. Hope almost died, but was rekindled. Waiting almost broke you, but instead it built you. And now you are stronger, more radiant, more aligned with heaven's rhythm than you have ever been before. Hold this truth close. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are not rejected. Heaven has not written you off. Heaven has only written you deeper into the story. The almosts are about to turn into suddenlies. The silence is about to give way to songs. The tears are about to be exchanged for laughter. So let this be your anchor in the storm. When doubt creeps in, let your soul rise and declare, I am chosen. I am not rejected. I am God's beloved. Say it until the words become flesh in your spirit, until faith is louder than fear, until the truth drowns out every lie. And when the sign comes, and it will, do not dismiss it. Do not say it is too small. Smile, for heaven is confirming what your heart already knew. Smile, for the author of your story is still writing, and he does not leave stories unfinished. Dear soul, stay connected. Do not walk this journey alone. The path of faith was never meant to be traveled in isolation. What God is writing in your life is too great, too holy, too precious to face without community. Remain rooted in this place of encouragement, of prophetic truth, of heavenly reminders. Let each word you hear water the seeds of faith within you until they bloom into a garden of unshakable trust. And if you feel stirred to support, know that your generosity is not only a gift, but a seed. Every offering you sow is a declaration of faith, a partnership with heaven's mission to spread divine words to the weary and the searching. And God, who sees in secret, will return to you a harvest pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Your faith, your love, your alignment is building not only your own destiny, but the destiny of countless souls who will hear and be healed. So hold steady, lift your head, walk with faith, for heaven has seen you, heaven has heard you, and heaven has already aligned what your heart longs for. You are chosen, you are beloved, and your story is not almost, it is destined.